Two teachers share their moon journals with each other to demonstrate to students how to give descriptive feedback during a peer writing conference. Teachers model active listening and use explicit vocabulary to give feedback. They are reflective about their writing. Their dialogue focuses on voice, text form, word choice, conveying ideas, and creating visual images in the reader's mind. The teachers' conversation reveal that they each learn about themselves as writers and learners. They ask thought-provoking, authentic questions and each set next steps for their writing. The reading-writing connection is strengthened as the writer realizes the impact of their word choice on the reader. After the demonstration, teachers debrief with students what they noticed about the conference. The teacher charts student responses for future reference. Students then have an opportunity to give descriptive feedback to each other in pairs.
So boys and girls, so what Mrs. Morrow and I are going to do right now is we've both been keeping moon journals along with you, sharing our observations in our journals. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to read a piece to Mrs. Morrow, and I want her to give me some feedback. Do you know what that means, feedback? What do you think it means?
Something maybe to add to yours to make it a bit better or something?
That's right, that's a good idea. Yeah, some suggestions, right? Things that I did well in my moon journal, maybe something that I can improve upon, and then Mrs. Morrow is going to do that as well. Okay?
Okay.
Now, at the end of this, I want you to tell me what you noticed about our conversation, okay? We're going to make a little list up here. Okay? All right. So, the piece I chose to share with you, Mrs. Morrow, is this piece. And I actually did it over 3 times during the day because the moon was, not the moon, but the sky was so spectacular that day. So I started at 4:30 in the afternoon, and it was because my son had actually pointed up and noticed this brilliant moon in the middle of a blue sky day. So I recorded at 4:30 p.m. Oh, what a surprise! What a delight to see the moon up so high against a backdrop of a clear blue sky. It wasn't I who first saw it, but my son, who excitedly pointed up to the sky and cried, "Moon!" Why is the moon so visible in the middle of the afternoon? I wondered. Is it always there and only sometimes we can see it? What makes it so visible today? And that was actually just my thoughts, and I had a Post-it note in the car, so I jotted it down really quickly because I was in the car when he first noticed that. But by the time I came home, the sky had changed so much.
Oh, wow.
And it was, shades of pink and purple and blue. So, and that was at 5:30, so I wrote, "The sky is so beautiful with wispy layers of pink, purple, and blue, like cotton candy in the sky. What a delicious sight." So all that I recorded, and then just before I went to bed, something else really struck me. So at midnight, I recorded that I could hardly believe my eyes. Just as I lay my head down to sleep, a ray of light filters through my room. It is a brilliant moon set against a blanket of 1,000,000 sparkling stars. Dear moon, thank you for a day filled with so many surprises.
I really like how you've observed the moon at 3 separate times during the day. It's not something that I myself had considered doing. Mm-hmm. But what I find so interesting is that each section could be developed into a different writing form.
Okay.
The first section, where you mentioned that your son was the one who pointed out the moon to you, is much like a journal entry. Mm-hmm. But where you wrote, "and he cried, 'Moon!'"
Yes.
I see the possibility of writing a dialogue between you and your son about that experience viewing the moon. And I think it's really interesting that you had the sticky note here.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of the writer's notebooks that we use in class. You all have writer's notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we know that that's what good writers do. When they're inspired, when they have an idea, they have to jot it down. And they can always go back to it later and develop it into a piece. Mm. In the second section, I really love the visual imagery. I love the line about the sky was layers of pink, purple, and blue like cotton candy in the sky. And it could be developed into a writing piece that touches on simile and metaphor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
In the third section, I see this section as a great opportunity for poetry.
Okay.
The language, the word choice is very strong. Again, it creates strong visual images. The brilliant moon set against a blanket of 1,000,000 sparkling stars. But I think my favorite line in this section is, "Dear Moon, thank you for a day filled with so many surprises." And perhaps the poem could be written addressing the moon, as though you were speaking to it.
A poem right to the moon. I love that. And now there's so many, I can do 3 different types of writing activities based on this one piece.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So what did you write?
Well, through this experience, I've kind of discovered that I have the soul of the poet, or I like to pretend to. And I've written quite a few pieces of poetry. And this was a time where I actually observed the moon first thing in the morning, because I had found that I wasn't able to see it prior to going to bed in the evening.
Right.
And I wrote, "A deep blue sky, billowing clouds like waves crashing on the shore, and the half moon hiding behind her misty veil. She peers at the world below, summoning the sun to join her. As they dance in the sky, shedding light on the earth, the dawn breaks and a new day begins."
Wow. Boys and girls, you have to see how how Mrs. Morrow's written this. Do you see?
Line breaks.
Line breaks. And it really reads so beautifully like a poem.
It looks like a...
It looks like a poem. Why does it look like a poem?
Because poems aren't just run the whole entire line.
That's right.
They're just like half a line.
Right, right. Actually, I want to know from you why you chose to break the lines that way. It's something I could learn.
I think as I write, I tend to speak in my own head.
Okay.
And where I feel that there's a natural pause or to create emphasis by having a line stand out, that's where I want to make the break.
Okay. So it would actually help the reader visualize more.
Absolutely.
By breaking the lines up the way you have.
I do have a couple of questions for you, though.
Okay.
For me, this piece isn't finished,
Okay.
although I had a few tries at it.
Yeah.
There are 2 sections that I'm just not sure about, and I could really use your advice.
Okay.
The first line, "A deep blue sky." I understand that the words I've selected help create the strong image, but it's more of telling as opposed to showing.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if there was another way to get across the clarity and the color of the sky without saying it was blue.
It was blue, right. I wonder if you could think of something that you could compare it to instead of saying it exactly as is.
Right.
So something else that could be something else that's deep and blue. And the first thing that comes to my mind is the ocean.
Okay.
So,
So if it
like
was
waves
maybe-
in the ocean, or like.
Okay, so I do have the waves analogy
Oh,
further on.
right.
So if I started off perhaps an ocean of billowing clouds,
I love that.
like waves crashing on the shore, and that could maybe represent the sky.
Yes, I love that.
The second part, and I'm not sure if in my own mind it seems a little bit awkward, is where I wrote, "Shedding light on the earth, the dawn breaks." And I'm almost wondering if I've missed a step there.
Okay.
If there has to be some kind of transition between the light hitting the earth and the dawn breaking. What is that light doing to the earth?
Oh.
And although I played around with it, I really couldn't find the just right words.
Okay, that's interesting. It makes me think of the book that we've shared in the class by Ralph Fletcher, Twilight Comes Twice.
Oh, it's a beautiful book.
Right, and maybe there's something in that text that could sort of inspire some more writing for you there. It's interesting that you pointed out those 2 lines, because as you read it, I loved it, but I did have a slight bit of confusion right around that point. So that probably is an area that needs to be clarified a little bit.